Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome once more to Aurora. So, today was quite a good day, actually. Last night, I went to sleep with about 999 subscribers, and I woke up to about 106, and we're now at 110, so... yeah! Amazing, considering the quality of my content is pretty poor, but hey-ho! If you're watching at this point, you obviously like something, so you're here to stay, so, yeah. Get used to it. Anyway, right, so just completed our research into the missile fire control of the 48K, so that's the anti-ship missiles. I've actually decided that we might make the Doxa... there we go, bring up the Doxa. I mean, I have the lasers, I have the offensive missiles. I think I might edit this, design later, and then remove the size 5s, and then maybe have like a ship that's dedicated, more or less, to the AMM role, and then at least we have sufficient capacity in that regards. But I do have 6 layers of armor on here. I think I decided to add some more armor and then some more fuel, which is okay, actually, I suppose, but I was kind of thinking maybe I should add some more magazine capacity, perhaps. But fuel and armor will definitely be better. Depends. I mean, if I drop a layer of armor, how much would I need to drop to get another magazine in here? So I think that's what we really need, is another magazine, more missiles, just more power in that regard. And we don't really want to be getting hit anyway, so... I mean, 5 layers of composite armor is pretty damn good anyway. It's pretty solid. Right, so we'll go to our size 10, so we're going to see we've got to lose quite a bit of weight. Now, how we're going to manage that one, I'm not entirely sure. Wait, do we have the ASM fire control? I don't think we have the ASM fire control, do we? Which one is it here? Is this it? Missile detection? No. The ASM FC. Has it just not shown up here yet, I guess? Oh no, it's a fire control, isn't it? I'm looking at R2 sensors. Doi. Yeah, here we go. Okay. Missile detection, there we go. 48K ASM. That brings us to 10,650 tons. Right. Where Alpha? There we go, so 48K ASM FC missile control. Range is 48 million and 3. Resolution 20. So we'll remove that other magazine then, because I guess I can't really get it on anyway, and we're going to have to remove some more fuel. But it's definitely doable. We can bring the weight down to about 10,000 tons. And then we literally have practically everything we need. There we go, so we're going to have about 5,000 litres of fuel. Now I might take a look at it, redesign the engines actually, so we can get some more range out of that baby. So let's take a look at our research then. Right, we're working on shipbuilding rate, beam fire control range, shipyard operations and time. That'll save us a lot of time in the future. But engines and the propulsion would be really good. So this needs to be nice. Do we have anybody who's power propulsion? We do have Charles Kent actually. So I'll put Charles Kent in this. Actually, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to rename Charles Kent. I have Mr. Graham Rich, who has requested that his son be entered into the game, or clone, possibly. Probably son, possibly clone. I'm going to say clone mostly because it's Graham Rich 2. So you know. Right, who is our power propulsion? Your construction. Oliver Ryan. Luke Ross. Logistics, energy weapons, and Freya. There you are, Charles Kent. Do we right, you're our best power propulsion guy, so we're going to make power propulsion guy Graham Rich 2. Oops. Graham Rich the second. There we go. So we get Graham on that one. Old Graham. I missed the first Graham. He was amazing. Right. So we'll queue this project up then. I also do want this next level of reactors, but that'll be some time away, to be honest. Right, so we'll start researching this then. well, queue it up really. This will be done on the 2nd of April 2065. Not that long away, really. We do have more labs being built, but we're also working on the maintenance, so that's going to be some time yet. Okay. Other than that, there's not particularly too much to be done right now. How are we going in the Gliese 529 system, 526 system? I apologise, we're doing alright, we're just looking around for more jump points. Right, I wanted to check out the Washington, actually, mostly because of the clock, right. Let's see. Maintenance. The clock is at 0. Okay. Yeah, the Austria's at 0, most because it's dead, but hey-ho. Yeah, so the Toronto's in for overhaul. I think the Proxima, yeah, the Proxima's completed overhaul. The Berlin could do with some overhaul in, the Marathon could do with some in time. Prespa's fine, Togo's fine. Estonia's absolutely fine as well. So Berlin needs to head for overhaul. Right, what is the actual time of the Berlins? Well, of the MK4 design. Yeah, annual failure rate. That definitely needs overhaul. Where is the Berlin? The Berlin would be in the Ross 128 system, I believe. Right, we have the Washington here. Actually, where did we send the... Oh, God, no! The Berlin's over in Gliese, isn't it? Yeah, that's the Berlin. Okay, so we're going to have them go back home for overhaul. So I'm going to issue orders to head back to Earth and go get that overhaul, because, damn, I do not want to risk losing another ship. Right, jump point, standard transit to... What? Right, remove, yes. Ross 128. Standard. Oh no, we're going to have to go with Squadron, aren't we? Right, Squadron, transit, there we go. Squadron transit to Seoul, then begin overhaul. Lovely. Okay, so that's that pressing matter taken care of. I'm surprised that the Washington's still on 0. That's really amazing. Okay. Go back to Seoul. When I was building my jump gate construction ship, wasn't I? Okay, shipyard, manage shipyard. Right, so about 31.7% way through that. I'm looking forward to having that research. We can try and speed up some of these actions, because goddamn we need them. Especially these, but to be honest, we're not going to be building military ships past 10,000 tons. So we have the command class over here, which we might be able to build the other ships, to be honest. I mean, I don't know actually, might not be able to. But I'm hoping by the time these are done, we'll be ready to build our new military ships. And, yeah. That'll be that. We have a spare one, so we can build a anti-ship sort of focused destroyer, and then an anti-missile sort of focused destroyer. I'm going to have them with the lasers, just so they have something of a backup, but other than that, it should be fine. Okay, so we have the Proxima and the Proxima 2, so that would be... Right, so that's the Proxima, of course. I'm going to have to wait for the Toronto to finish overhaul, but other than that, we should be fine. So we'll have 30 days sleep by. Yeah, so, looking forward to having that jump gate ship built, and then I can start working on building the jump gates. I think I'm going to go to Wolf 359 as my first stop, most because of the amazing minerals there. The geranium, the thorium, it's just fantastic. Absolutely fantastic. We got quite lucky in some areas. I mean, it's a shame that Mars was completely dead for minerals. But other than that, we've had some good luck so far. Okay. Yeah, so there's only like one crew member left on the Austria. The Natasha Williamson Georgia team has completed its surface geological scan. Okay. So what world are they on? Right, they're in the Ross 128 system. So are they on world 3? Or wasn't that the moon? I think that might have been the moon, actually. human team/academy. Yeah, they're on here. It's not a very good geology team, is it? It's really not. I need better geologists. Oh well. We do have a team over here on Wolf 359A2 as well, which is a better team, the Conor Georgia team. Okay, look at that go. Yeah, so if we set up colonized world in the Ross 128 system and the Wolf 359 system, we should be off to a good start. Right, how are we going with research? God, I wish we could get this research rate up. We have about 42 facilities, but goddamn, we need more of them. Need so many, so many more. I could research the base research rate, which I'm going to do actually, as soon as I have some spare time. The projects are getting a hell of a lot more involved now in terms of just the amount of points that they cost. Right. Yeah, we know. I feel bad for that one guy. There's nothing I can really do about it. At least I don't think so. Let's take a look at the... I mean... That's insane. Who's your captain? Ryan Craig. Orders management. Yeah. Not much armor on this. It's basically the base. I suppose it doesn't have much breakdowns due to the fact it's let's go over here to class display summary, ship design summary. No, which one is it I'm looking for? There we go. Yeah, we don't really have much on the ship, to be honest. There's only the geological sensor, the engine, which is only the first sort of engine, so I suppose it's probably very reliable. Other than that, it's just there's not much on it, really. There's not much to go wrong. I suppose it's just a solid design. Not to pat myself in the back too much there. I think it's quite handy. It's lasted a bloody long time. I'm looking forward to going back to the Proxima system just to find out what's happened. And, I mean, how many years has it been? It might have been about 20 years at this point. I actually forgot what year we suffered the loss of the New York. But it has been quite a long time since then, so a lot of things may have changed in that system. They may be more advanced, they may have more ships, who the hell knows. We've not seen anything come back through the Proxima jump point. Right, we completed research into the shipbuilding rate. That's amazing. How are we going to see that improve now? Good. That's really nice. That's really handy to have. Right, I can get this queued up now. Queued up? What? Remove that. We're just going to set this again. So about 17 labs, which is fantastic. Power propulsion. Yeah, so I think redesigning our engines to be as efficient as absolutely possible. We can try and get the absolute most out of our engines. I mean, if we take a look at the engine design again, we might think about possibly designing an engine. A small, incredibly efficient engine. I mean, what do we have here? So that would be classed as a commercial ship. Well, commercial engine. Oh no, that's still classed as a military engine. Why is that still military? Interesting. Is it because of the power? Yes, so that changes it to commercial. Whereas on full power... I mean, that's a 2,500 ton engine, which is obviously not something we want. I mean, 1,250 tons. I might try to make a much lighter weight engine. I think 20 would bring us to about 1,000 tons. Yes, it does. I mean, that would give us about 320 power. It depends, really. It depends. Right. Are we on with our project? Yes, we are. Though we do have 2 labs spare, so we'll put them into something else. Now, possibly... what could we put them in? Missile agility would be really handy to have. It's always really handy. Ordnance, missile launch and reload rate. Enhanced radiation warhead. Yeah, I think I'm going to start researching the missile warhead damage. There we go. Get you on that then, Sunshine. Right, how are we looking with our maintenance capacity? It's about 6,200 tons. Not too bad, just need to keep increasing it. Hello! What is this? What is this, my son? What have you found for me? All 359 system, let's head over here. Check out that geological report. So, what have we found then? Let's go to minerals. They would be here, I do believe. Right, so that's the world that we're going to colonize. Saurium, that's a good amount of saurium there. Damn good amount of saurium. Is it the, A2? Are you actually on A2? Which one am I looking at here? Let's go to events. Right, Geo Survey. Ah! Right, so they can't find anything here. But in Wolf 359 we found something. A deposit of 7,107,556 tons of gallicite. Fantastic. So is that the actual world I was planning on colonizing? It must be this one. It is this one. Oh my god. My god. Gallicite. Amazing. So we have oh my god, how good is this world? What is this look? This music's really happy. This is proper cheerful music. I guess. Right, so we have 7.1 million tons of gallicite, we have 12.9 million tons of corundum, we have 7.7 million tons of saurium, 864,000 tons of neutronium, almost a million tons of neutronium, but 51 million tons of geranium as well? Fucking hell. This is such a good world. I mean, I can't believe the minerals on this world is just insane. Absolutely insane. That is great news. Best case scenario, we would have had every kind of mineral there, but we're never going to get that lucky. Maybe one day, maybe. But god damn, I'm happy about that one. Right, so we have the Ghost of Proxima back here then. So they should start their rewind. So if we go into the ships over here and we take a look at the Berlin, yeah, it's going to be rewinding. So it's going to be a while before we send some more ships out there. Bloody hell, 305%, that's dangerous. The Marathon even... yeah. The military ships are going to have to be in orbit of Earth quite often due to the fact that they're not made. They're not even made for that sort of deployment time. We'd have to develop another kind of warship to be able to do that sort of thing. Probably, maybe a little bit larger, maybe a little less armed or something like that, but give it the sort of deployment time, something like that. Well, we can actually go by the classes. I mean, a destroyer is... it's not designed for range or deployment and etc, etc. Whilst cruisers are, so that's what we'd like. Okay, so I'm getting reports from this, we know, we'll figure it out soon. Right, the construction of the 1AM, the size 1AMs has been completed on Earth, so we have the Furies. Brilliant. Right, so we're still working on the ordnance here, so I suppose I'll put 100 into that now. So put 100% in there, modify that 30th of June. I might stockpile these missiles actually. Refit a PDC. I think I'm going to redesign these PDCs. Well, the missile complexes. Do we have them here? Missile complex. Okay. Copy design. Select name. What should we call it? Forts. Fort George, Fort Austin. That's American Fort Euro. Famous horses. NATO designations for Soviet aircraft. Thank god, there's so many different things here. Let's go with Olympus. That sounds pretty cool. Right. I want to redesign them so we can have the capability to launch these new missiles, and then at least we have some actual proper defense of Earth. Right, so Olympus-class ICBM launch base, I can rename that. Well, I might keep it like that or something like that, just so I know what it is. Right, so what do we actually have on this thing then? So we have the launch control, we're going to get rid of that. Tin ICBM silos, get rid of those. Goodbye, sunshine. Right, might add some armor to these bitches. That's conventional armor. Holy crap, did you see how that weight changed? That's amazing. Right, do I actually even need to bother putting fuel in these things? I don't think I really need to bother. Ordnance. Get rid of these. Yeah. Redesign this, at least I'll have some actual defense on Earth before I build a full proper PDC. But 40k, 48k anti-ship missile. Do not need 10. That was a mistake. There we go, so I'll add one of those. Then I'll add probably some sensors perhaps. I mean, I could have had this longer range one, but the missiles aren't that range. Then again, I could have the other kinds of missiles, so I might add both of them, and then we have longer range sensors as well, if we need them. Right, missile size 24, bull dynamics size 20. Having a bull dynamics size 20 would allow me to launch the geo satellites and the active satellites. Maybe in the future, I might just develop a ship to be able to do that. So I think we'll add 5 size 10s, 5 5s, maybe 10 5 5s. Do we want anti-missile missiles? It's planet defense, so I don't... maybe. How much would that weigh? It weighs like hardly anything. Okay. So we have fire control. I'm gonna get the missile fire control then. Missile detection. We'll put the long-range scanners on. Right, so we'll go for the long-range. Short-range. I don't think we need anything other than that. I mean, we already have the fire controls, but I think I'll go for one that's a little bit shorter range, and then at least we know we're going to be detecting things. Actually, this missile detection one's pretty damn good, so we'll put that on anyway. I think this is what we're going to need anyway, but at least it's all on there. We can always change it in the future. Maybe barracks, maybe not. Mason cannons aren't really that long range. CIWS doesn't really matter. I mean, I could add loads of boat bays, but I need hangars. I could actually make these so they have hangars in them. Could actually store ships in here. Right, so we have 10 of those. Maybe 20? Nah, 10 might be fine. We'll go to about 20,000 tons. That went to 20,000 tons pretty quickly. 20,500? Nah. Right, so that would give us 14 magazines. So we go to ordnance. And you could see here, we could add the swarm missiles for the longer range, the much longer range, and then we could have the spicy thunders for the shorter range, and then some furies for anti-missile. So I think we'll add a few missiles here. 50 swarms, maybe. We do have a lot of, like, availability there. I mean, that's a bloody long-range thing. Actually, no. No, it is, yes, actually fairly long-range, bloody hell. Apparently that one doesn't have a sensor. I'm a little bit confused about that one. Right, so we'll load some more spicy thunders. So 100 spicy thunders. There we go. So you can see here, we could load a lot of these things. God damn. 50 size 10s, 200 size 5s, 780 Furies. Maybe in the future. Maybe in the future. It's something to think about, really. Something to think about. But it's definitely possible. Okay. I need this rewind to hurry up on the Toronto. We'll see how much it ticks by. Ah, goddammit. So was it like 10.71, wasn't it? Mr. Peter Hansen, as I have just read your comment about asking to be a captain, you shall be a captain. This is why you people should be glad that I read comments. You get to be in here, without even knowing it. Oh, Felix, you're dead! Felix, you died! Officer health update, but... So this was last time. Officer help. Felix, you died in an accident! What happened, Felix? What happened? Okay, Felix, you're gonna get a new guy. Civilian administrators. So we have Samantha Ford here. Terraforming bonus. Good things there, I guess. Factory production bonus is quite nice. Population growth, quite insane there. The shipbuilding bonus is really nice. If we can get somebody with shipbuilding and factory, or just everything really. Actually, no, that's looking pretty good. That's looking pretty good. Isaac Barrett, looking pretty good so far. I think Earth might need a administrative skill of 3. Okay, we're gonna go with Isaac, so we're gonna rename that to... What is Isaac? Oh my god. Isaac, there we go, okay. Felix Tulit. Probably spelled that wrong as I'm not looking at actually how to spell it, but we'll go with that one for the time being. And Mr. Peter Hansen, going to give you a officer. Right, so we have 2 chances now, Alex Law and Brazil. Okay, Kai Farmer. It's Vice Chancellor. Assigned to the Proxima. E. Frost. Connor May. Connor May's not bad, actually. So we'll rename Connor May to Peter Hansen. And you can go and command the Washington. Is everybody in command of the Marathon? Oh, nobody's in command of the Marathon. Huh. Awaiting new orders on Earth. Okay. New command of the Marathon, Peter. There we go. Okay. Lovely. Right, so we completed research into the beam fire control. Absolutely fantastic. So let's take a look then at our research. So we have 15 labs spare. I'm going to put some more labs into this warhead technology. That's going to take a long while. Right, what was it that I was talking about wanting? Right, so we are working on the energy efficiency. Well, the engine efficiency, I should say. Drum drive efficiency would be really nice to have. Medium jump engine drive, size 12. Shipbuilding rate, research rate, mining rate. Okay. Biology and genetics. I would like to get the terraforming for the future. So I think we might... I want to. Fuck it. Sarah Hill's got a really good bonus. So it'll not take that long, yeah. Should be ready in just under a year or kinda. Roundabouts that sort of time. Connor Dahiti has joined your establishment. 10-10. Could be better, but it's okay. Now, let's take a look at that beam fire control range and see how that's changed things. Beam fire control range, so that's the proper thing now. Normal size, fire control 25%, 25% range. Right, 4 times the range, 4 times the size. So that brings us up to 96,000 normal speed. 4 times the size, but 4 times the tracking. We'd really need to upgrade the tracking speed of our beam fire controls for them to be any use as something like a... what do we call it? Anti-missile system. But 96,000 kilometers is better than what we were working with before at 8... Oh no, 64. Interesting. Well, it's better than what we had before, so that's something to take into account. 50% tracking speed.